We also have to protect the American people physically so that we don't have incidents such as what happened at Fort Hood, Texas, or any more of these terrorist attacks like what you saw there almost happened in Detroit, Michigan.
Amen, brother. We certainly have got to do those kinds of things. One of the things Steve and I were talking about before the show was I understand that in January they're supposed to start court-martials of the Navy SEALs from Afghanistan. Do you know anything on that?
Yeah, it's the Navy SEALs from Iraq who, quote-unquote, punched who was responsible for the planning of the attack on the Blackwater employees in Fallujah, where they were killed, their bodies were burned, they were dragged through the streets, and they were hung from a bridge. So, to me, as a former commander, I don't see why a general couldn't simply look at something like this with guys who have a stellar record and say, here's a letter of reprimand. If it happens again, then we take that to the next level of disciplinary actions. But to all of a sudden want to try to court-martial these guys, what message does that send to the men and women who are out there fighting for our freedoms?
Exactly.
Well, you and I have both been commanders in combat. In that kind of a situation, you have to make decisions. And yes, somebody's going to Monday morning quarterback you when it's all over. But the goal is to get the job done and to save lives.
Yep.
And I would never say I didn't make any mistakes while I was doing that, but I was a pretty effective commander. And I think we need to take care of those people that are out there taking the risk of their own lives and the people under them and not looking for excuses or reasons to nail them.
Yeah, the men and women out there need to know that they have commanders who have their back and they have the support of a nation. And when we start to have these, like you say, these armchair quarterbacks who have never served and don't understand this modern battlefield, we see what's happening where they want to put our CIA agents, try them and put them in prison. This is insidious. So, and giving constitutional rights to illegal enemy combatants. So we're upside down. And I think that you need the right type of principled voices up there in Washington, D.C. to fight against this.
Alan, it is my honor to tell you that you're endorsed in your run by Frontlines of Freedom. You're the kind of man America needs running our nation. I know your website, because I've been on it a lot, is alanwestforcongress.com. How else can people be in touch with you and learn more about you?
Well, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Please go to our website and sign up to get our newsletter and our email blast. And even though people are, not within this district or not in the state of Florida, there are many things they can do to help to spread the word about our campaign. We appreciate financial contributions from Americans. One of the great things about our campaign, we raised about a little over $1.2 million in 2009, and 98% of those were individual contributions. This is a campaign that is focusing on the American people propelling us to Washington, D.C., not special interests.
Thank you, Alan, for taking time to join us today. And thank you, sir, for your service to our nation.
And God bless you.
We welcome your input to this show. Email me, Denny, at frontlinesoffreedom.com. Straight ahead on Frontlines of Freedom, an update on the Second Amendment March. And, of course, on News and Comment by the Colonel, I'll be remembering Vietnam and torture. All this coming up. I'm Colonel Denny Gilliam, you are standing tall with the Frontlines of Freedom. Stand at ease.
These days, you can't afford to be wasting time or money, especially in business. That's why I stopped going to the post office and started using Stamps.com. Now, I print real U.S. postage for all my letters and packages using just my computer and printer. And now you can start saving time and money, too. Just go to 52stamps.com and you'll get a no-risk 4-week trial plus a $100 bonus offer, including free postage at 52stamps.com.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS that you can't afford to pay? Or are you stuck on a payment plan that is getting you nowhere? Your tax problem will only get worse if you don't do anything about it. If you owe the IRS at least $15,000, call American Tax Relief. They've helped thousands of people like you eliminate up to 85% of their delinquent taxes. Pick up the phone and call 1-888-307-0508. If you qualify, American Tax Relief can settle your tax debts for less than than you owe, remove penalties and interest, and stop wage garnishments and bank levies. As an honest, hard-working American, you do have rights. Don't let your tax problem get worse. Call American Tax Relief for a free consultation and see how much money they can save you. Call 1-888-307-0508. If you qualify, you can save up to 85% on the taxes you owe. Call right now. 1-888-307-0508. That's 1-888-307-0508.
Hi, this is Mark Anthony. You've probably heard a lot about influenza and the H1N1 virus. But here are the most important things you need to know to help protect yourself and your family. Wash your hands often with soap and water. Cough into your sleeve or a tissue, not your hands. If you're sick, stay home. That's how we can help keep ourselves, our families, and our communities healthy. Prepare, prevent, protect. Learn more at flu.